We're here with the Clapton management and players on non-league day, 12th of October 2019, and whoa, we got a victory, right? 5-2 against Stonewall, right? Now, Geoff, in the recent weeks I've been starting with you and what happened. So tell us, Geoff, what happened?
Everything just came to plan today. I think, as I said, as opposed to the last couple of weeks, was able to put out a more kind of experienced side, and especially with obviously non-league day today. We knew the crowd that was going to be pending, so we had to, get a team that kind of knew their jobs. I mean, last couple of weeks have been hard, with a few of the younger players, so to speak. It's not really been their fault, but it's just the structure of the team, how it is at the moment, the inconsistency of the side, week on, week out. It's been hard on them, so I just went for kind of a more experienced side, and luckily, we had a pretty much nearly off barring Sherwin, probably our strongest squad available. So we just put it into action, played them before, we kind of knew the areas where we could exploit. To be fair, 2-0 going up, it was really against the run of play because I thought we had most of all the chances really in the first half, but we just knew it 2-0 down, just had to keep going, and that's what experience gives you, because another game, heads go down, it becomes kind of a hard graft, but the experienced players kind of obviously got us through, and getting us one back, even getting 2-2 at half time, we just knew we would come out stronger in the second half.
Nick, quite a performance at the back, but we can see you kind of, you're not happy when any goal goes in. Any shot is actually aimed at goal. Right? But how did you feel against the run of play? It's 2-0 and it feels like, oh, here we go again.
Yeah, I suppose I didn't feel here we go again. I thought we were on top. I think both of their goals, I would have said, were pretty lucky. The manner in which they got them, I thought the first goal was offside, but maybe it wasn't. The second goal, we kind of switched off on a throw-on, and I thought there's an unmarked man in the box. So I just thought that we was on top, and I thought when we got our first one, I knew that the comeback was on. And to go in at half-time at 2-2 was perfect. It's the perfect result following their 2-0 lead.
It did have a feel of that we could actually come back. It didn't feel like they were dominating us. But as Geoff said, we knew about their play, but they knew about our play in the way they doubled up on Josh and closed that off. But then we got Lewis. Lewis, you had a hat-trick of misses in the first half as well.
I'm glad you remember that. I'm glad you should have scored 6, Lewis.
Come on, congratulations on your hat-trick of goals, that is, and a hat-trick of misses. You could have had 6 goals today. Rate your own performance.
I feel like the first half I was still growing into the game. It's not an excuse for any of my misses, but in those situations, either you put your head down or you bring it up, and I put my head up and got 3 goals.
Well, you did seem to have the drop on the right back as well. The right back, and they were doubling up, but the balls were being put right in front of you to run onto, and you were prepared to go round and also to cut in. But in terms of where have you been? I mean, that kind of, when we needed you. And, not that we didn't need you today, but where have you been?
Yes, Lewis.
Yeah, you got a fan club here as well.
I've been dealing with some personal things, so most of it is sorted at the moment, so I'm here for the meantime.
Okay, right. Well, Stu, okay, I mean, a difficult kind of interview last week, but it's a very honest interview, and we tend to have kind of very straightforward interviews. But there was something more than just passion today. The formation and how we defended from the front was something kind of, that we haven't seen in recent weeks. We lost the ball and the forwards ran back to get the ball back, and we did not allow our midfield to merge into defence. And there was something kind of, about kind of, Geoff not having to kind of do all the cleaning and, tidying up the dishes and everything.
Well, I did take him off though, but apart from that,
Put in a shift as well, didn't he?
No, he did well. Well.
But what was it? It wasn't just passion though.
No. We were very honest with him on the field. I've been dealing with NFL now, soccer. We had a very open chat with him on the field last week. Said it again on the pitch last week. Told them straight that it wasn't good enough, and they reacted. Wednesday's training session was intense, and we had a good turnout, and everyone was on it. And it's come into the game today. Still not perfect, and we're still learning ourselves. And obviously, is it the second or third time we played on this pitch? And of course, Stonewall, we sort of new from last year, but they got a few new players. But we knew it was going to be a tough game. But I did think at first it was going to, when they went 2-0 up and we were overrunning them, it was going to be another one like way back when, but that turned us round. But no, the lads done fantastic coming back. And again at half time, coming in 2-2, we said again about the passion, didn't we, and the hunger, and that's what we want. And we know the fans will sing, cheer our names if we win, lose or draw. But we actually like winning, so we try and do that more often than not. And
but it was also the discipline on the pitch.
Yeah, no,
I mean, we weren't chasing the ball.
Geoff and Prince in the middle, fantastic there, really disciplined, broke up lots, and it allowed these lads to fly up and down. Thank you. These lads to fly up and down the wings. I mean, the back four as well did really well again today as well. The goals they conceded weren't their fault at all, and they were strong all the way through. So it's good signs for us going forward. And we've got a cup game next week, haven't we? So we go into that. But no, really proud of how they reacted to our chats and our honest, like the feedback we gave last time.
Yeah.
So we gave that to the players. Obviously, we've got a temporary assistant manager that was on the bench with me today as well, which was good. So it was good to have his experience on there as well. So it was good.
Well, we come to him, Sherwin. Welcome back. We stood together last week, watching what was an awful performance. Yeah. Right. But there was this kind of difference there of us losing our shape, and also kind of our commitment in the end. Right. The difference wasn't simply formation; it was also kind of the players with experience that had come back. And when we went 2-0 down, you could see was, come on, let's get back at them. It wasn't the kind of thing of, let's defend. Yeah. Let's not make it worse. What was the difference? You saw, up front. Let's have a look at kind of up front. We had kind of Josh covered by two players. I mean, Lewis was left open with one player, and there's Elliot just creating havoc up front. I mean, just this kind of. He didn't score a goal today, I don't think. He didn't score a goal. Elliot scored one. The rocket. Yeah. All right. But up to that kind of point, he was just kind of creating havoc. And that was kind of forcing their centre-backs and the midfield to drop a bit deeper.
Jimmy as well.
Jimmy was amazing, just going around 100%. Now, I feel, everyone today, it started a bit slow, but I never thought that we wouldn't come back into this watching the game. The desire, the heart, the fight today was unbelievable. Was better than last week. You see it's there. Okay, the experience came in, and the boys will just learn from that. And ones that are all taking them places when the experience ain't there, we're just gonna have to learn from that. And we're just gonna keep going and fighting and putting it in wherever we need to.
Nick, we come back to you. Rate your own performance then.
Come
on. I mean, yeah.
We conceded two, so I'm not happy. I think I had quite a decent game, relatively solid. I think the partnership with me and Jordan works pretty well. We're confident in each other's abilities, and so without Jordan, and then on my side, Steph, my performance, it's a team where the back four, back five,
and a goalie that was
exactly.
Jack talks a lot.
Lewis, rate your own kind of performance.
I think I had a decent game.
Have you been playing regularly, or have you just come back?
I haven't played in about, maybe 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So I feel like I had a decent game.
So the limbs are fairly tired then. Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
It was a heavy pitch as well. But did you feel that at 2-0 we could still win the game?
Yeah, definitely. It was early in the game that we conceded, and I know that the Stonewall, they were only going to get tired, so we just had to keep doing what we're doing, and we did in the second half, it showed.
Yeah. Stu, comes up, where do we go from here is the next. I mean, the performances have been up and down. I mean, also if you look at kind of the results in the league, every team is largely beaten, and surprisingly beaten, stronger teams. So it's kind of fairly still open, but there is a kind of a gap at the top beginning to emerge, but we still got games in hand.
Yeah, let's say that's what, we had a few cup games, so the table's a little bit disjointed at the moment, but we just got to keep plugging away, keep winning. I don't think, shoot me down as you think, that we've faced anyone that we couldn't have beat. A couple of games we chose not to for whatever reason, and we didn't perform, but there's no one I've seen in this league so far that we can't beat. But we just got to be on it every time, and that passion, the hunger, the joy that they showed today has to be there every week. There's no escaping this league. We got away with it a few times last season with some of the teams. We didn't play well, still won 6-0 because they weren't the greatest, but there's no hiding in this league, and the guys have got to be on it. And in fairness, they've reacted well this week, and the performance today, quality, and we all love Clapton, we all love being part of this, but we said to him, if we don't perform, then, it's football, innit? And we want to win and we want to be a successful club. So hopefully, we go from strength to strength now. And this is our defining game of this season, like it was against Stonewall last year, and we push on from there. And of course, this man's going to be back at some point. Yeah. So no pressure, mate.
So 909 supporters today in persistent rain.
Quality.
Right. And it's rained all the way through. Right. 909.
Wow.
Right. Plus, we had Aquaba here. And when we scored goals, did you hear them cheering? I mean, it was so energising to hear the kids screaming away that we've scored. And a fantastic collection for the Magpie Project too, for Escape. Geoff, we'll leave it to you to kind of the message. No, we'll come back to Sherwin and having last week, right? But you got a message for the fans.
Again, as I always say, every week they're superb. I mean, they're the reason we come out, we put the effort in. Last week it wasn't good enough. I said we didn't really deserve their support last week, but this week we hope we've made up for last week. Thanks to all the people that came, all the people who couldn't come, because online support, is obviously part of it as well. So we thank them all the supporting charities who came down, Kick It Out, we're here today as well. Yeah. So, we thank them all, and like I keep saying, look, this club is going places, it's only the start. We're trying to build something really big here, so by all means, I always say, become a member, find out what's going on, join us, and then, go on to bigger and bigger things, better things.
Sherwin, did you see the Young Tons T-shirts?
Yeah,
yeah, it is. How energising is that?
That's it's unbelievable, man. I'll tell you, I look at it and my kids are going to want to come and do this. I'm telling you, get involved. It's going to be amazing. So just the future's flying.
And we've got to say thank you for coming out and at a difficult kind of time, and more about that kind of later on in the week. Right? But anyway, look, congratulations on the victory.
Thank you.
Right? It not only matters for the football, but what the football club stands for.
Yes, exactly.
Right? It's non-league day, 909. Let's kick on from there.
Yeah.
Good luck to the women's tomorrow as well.
Yes,
so,
excellent.
Good luck to them
It's
tomorrow,
still non-league weekend.
So good luck to them.
And look forward to seeing you there.
Yeah, we'll be there. But definitely.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.